This is episode 3, and I am going to talk about form and content of this novel. In content, there are things to consider like themes, lessons, and relevance. By the end of this audio, I want each one of you to understand what is a theme, lesson, and relevance. A theme refers to an idea conveyed by an artist to readers, and that artist can be a poet, playwright, or novelist. In Past Like a Shadow, there are numbers of themes, and the first theme is the spread of HIV/AIDS, which is the major theme. The country of Uganda is explained to have been attacked by the catastrophic disease of HIV/AIDS nicknamed Desi Slim. There are characters like Amoti, Atoki, Adieri, Vicky, Aliganyila, David, and Birungi are seen to be infected with HIV, and some of them die in terrible pains. The second theme is ignorance. Many people are described to have no knowledge about HIV/AIDS. Aliganyila is not aware of the danger of sharing sharp instruments. David believes in judging the infected people by using eyes. Amoti believes in witchcraft when Adieri is seriously sick while the problem is HIV/AIDS. The third one is poor upbringing. Some children are raised in a bad way by their parents, example David. His father allows him to pick up girls for sexual funds. Daddy does not teach his children. He supports them in doing things which are wrong. David's father is a great fornicator. The fourth one is drunkenness, and this is shown by Adieri, who drinks too much. It makes him to sleep and fall down, hence a lot of mud on his clothes after falling on the wet ground. He also beats his wife and children because of being drunkardy. The fifth one is tribalism. Amoti rejects the man brought by Vicky, who is a Kena Opolot, because of not belonging to the tribe of Rutoro. He is referred to as a Munyamahanga. Another one is the impact of peer group. Young boys and girls are seen to be affected by peer pleasure. Vicky is convinced by Kunihira and Tusime to have boyfriends. The same applies to Atoki, who is convinced by David to have a number of girlfriends. At the end, Vicky, David, and Atoki are shown to be infected with HIV/AIDS. The last one, but not least, is the position of higher education. Graduates from higher learning institutions are revealed to decay their morals by selling their bodies to get money. This is shown in page 18. Tusime says she is ready to sleep with any man to make money, because even girls who are university graduates are doing it. And this is the last one. Let us meet to another part where I'm going to explain about the lesson. What is a lesson? The lesson means what we learn from a literal work. It can be used in the same way as a message. In Past Like a Shadow, there are different lessons that we can learn. And the first lesson is that HIV/AIDS is the dangerous disease that people should be very careful. The novelist has shown the way people are swept by this disease. There are characters like Adieri, Amoti, Vicky, Aliganyira, Birungi, and David who are shown to suffer from this disease. They all face miserable life. The second lesson is that young boys and girls should be very careful in choice of their friends. Not every friend is a good friend. Tusime and Kunihira changed Vicky to behave from right to wrong. The same case to David, who convinces Atoki in a wrong way. They both end up in the infection of HIV/AIDS. The third lesson is that ignorance is the greatest enemy in the society. Many people face the tragedy of HIV/AIDS because of not having enough knowledge about the disease. Therefore, people should be well educated to take precautions. The last one but not least is that family instability can cause family separation. The family of Adieli lacks peace and love. Adieli beats his wife and children, his family becomes unstable and finally breaks up, hence the family separation. Now let's move to another part to consider what is irrelevance. What does the word relevance mean in a literary work? The word relevance means the relationship of what is written in a literary work and what we encounter in our contemporary society. If the things written by an artist in a literary work do exist in our contemporary society, that work is said to be relevant. Pass Like a Shadow is a relevant work because we have many people who are still suffering from the disease of HIV/AIDS. We also have a number of drunkards who always beat their wives and children. When it comes to the position of higher education, we also have university graduates who sell their body to get money. So there are many things which have been written by Bernard Mapalala in Pass Like a Shadow that do exist in our contemporary society, and that work is said to be relevant. Now let me talk about the form of this novel, and I am going to explain about the title, setting, plot, language use, and characterization. Title is the name given to a literary work. It can be direct or indirect title. Pass Like a Shadow is the indirect or symbolic title. It symbolizes people who live without caring for their life and don't do important things that can mark good memories during their absence. They are too much drunkards, fornicators, and irresponsible for their families like Adieri and David's father. They are undermined by debts, curses, and anonymity in their community. This is shown in page 22 through the song sung by the children of class 5. Setting means where and when a literary work was written. The novelist has used the real setting of one of East African countries called Uganda. The names of real places are shown to exist, example Kampala and Rwenzori, and this work was written in 2005. Plot refers to how the literary events are arranged. In these novels, the events are arranged in a straightforward way or chronologically. Atoki is seen as a little child until he grows up, though he ends up being infected with HIV. Another part of form is that of language use, and I am going to start with the choice of words, which is termed as a diction. In this novel, Bernard Mapalala has made the use of both English and non-English words. Example, there are vernacular words like emunyamahanga, which means a person who does not belong to the tribe of Rutoro. Waragi, which means a concentrated alcohol, so they are both English and non-English words. In language use, there are several sayings that have been employed by the novelist. Example, like father, like son in page 39. East or west, home is best in page 49. Another part of language use is that the uses of figures of speech. Example, there is the use of simile in page 14. The novelist says, she is as hardworking as a donkey. In page 42, there is the use of personifications. Money will kill you, Vicky tells Aboki. There is also the use of hyperbolic language. In page 22, the novelist says, Birungi has a feminine voice which sends electronic waves in Adieri's heart, that is hyperbole. The use of acronyms like AIDS, which means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, DMC, which means dangerous motor car. So that's all about the use of language. And I am going to finish this part with characterization. Characterization means the process of assigning attributes to character. A character is a person or thing assigned different attributes by an artist in a literary work. In Pass Like a Shadow, there are different characters, and the first one is Adieri, who is Amoti's husband. the father of Atoki and Aboki. Unfaithful person, as he is shown to have another mistress called Bilungi apart from his wife called Amoti. Very drunkardy and irresponsible man for his family. He finally dies of HIV/AIDS. The second character is Amoti, who is Adieri's wife, the mother of Atoki and Aboki. Ignorant person, as he fails to know what disease that makes her husband suffering. She believes in witchcraft. A tribeswoman who belongs to the tribe of Rutoro. She rejects Akena to marry Vicky because of coming from another tribe. She finally dies of HIV/AIDS. The third character is Birungi, the greatest enemy of Amoti because of taking her husband. Betrays Adieri while he is very sick. She is among the characters who are HIV positive. The fourth character is Atoki, who is the son of Adieri and Amoti. Very talented football player nicknamed as the Fort Portal Bullet. Affected by the peer pleasure, his friend Davidi makes him to get trapped by the catastrophic disease of HIV/AIDS. Another character is Aboki, who is the daughter of Adieri and Amoti. Very obedient girl, loved by many friends at school. Raped by John after mixing the Valium in her drink when she goes for a short call. Prays motherhood role though young and jobless. She fights hard nursing her mother before she dies. She survives pregnancy and transmission of HIV/AIDS though raped. Another character is Vicky, who is Adieri's niece. Becomes angry with Amoti and Adieri for making her marriage impossible. Affected by peer pressure and get trapped in a wrong company of Tusim and Kunihira. Infected with HIV/AIDS because of sharing sharp instruments from the witch doctor. Other characters are like Tusim and Kunihira. These are girls expelled from schools, sell their bodies to get money, teach Vicky bad behavior of hunting men for money. Another character is Alganila, very rich man who later becomes the husband of Vicky. Impregnates two girls under the age of 18 and sent them away after they had given him children. Believes in superstition, which is the power of juju. Ignorant about the transmission of HIV/AIDS through sharp tools. Another character is Davidi, who is a friend of Atoki who directs the innocent Atoki wrongly. Comes from a well-off family. Poor, raised by his father. Cheats on girls and sex with many of them. In the end, he becomes HIV positive. The last character is John, who pretends to help Aboki while in hard time of nursing her mother. Comes from a well-off family, rapes Vicky after mixing her drink with the Valium. Thank you very much for paying much of your attention. Please keep visiting on